Have you ever thought about how your words might quietly shape the way people see you, especially after 70? As we get older, what we say carries more power than we might realize. Phrases that once felt harmless can start to drift us apart from others, often without us noticing. At this stage, connection is everything. It's precious, but it's also fragile. Many older adults speak from a place of weariness or hurt, not seeing how their words can slowly distance the very people they hold dear. The heartbreaking part? They usually mean well, but those repeated sayings can leave others feeling uneasy, stuck, or pushed away. If you've ever wondered why the phone rings less or why conversations feel heavier, it might not just be your age. It could be your words. In this video, I'll walk you through 10 common things people over 70 say that unintentionally drive others away. This is Eat a Tea about faking a smile or burying your truth. It EOS about seeing how your voice can either draw people closer or nudge them further apart. The truth is, you're not alone because you're older. You might just be sending signals you don't intend. The good news? You can change that starting now. Stick around to the end. The 10th point might surprise you. Let's get started. Number 1. I'm just a burden now. Nothing quiets a room faster than, I'm just a burden now. It might slip out when you're feeling low or tired, but to those who care about you, it doesn't spark closeness. It builds a barrier. They don't see you as a burden, but when you say this, they're left fumbling. Do they reassure you? Stay silent? Over time, that awkwardness keeps them at a distance, not because they don't care, but because they don't know how to break through. Picture Sarah, an 82-year-old from Texas. After her husband passed, her son would drop by with dinner. But she'd say, "I'm just a burden, don't bother." He'd argue at first, but soon his visits grew shorter. He didn't stop loving her. He just felt helpless. Sarah didn't mean to push him away, but her words did the work. Calling yourself a burden isn't humility. It's a quiet wall. Try this instead. I'm so glad you're here. It's honest, light, and keeps the door open. People want to show up. Don't make them feel like they're in the way. Number 2. No one understands me anymore. There's a pang in feeling left behind by a fast-moving world, and no one understands me anymore captures that. It's real when life feels out of step with your own. But when you say it, it's not just your loneliness speaking. It's a subtle jab at others, suggesting they've missed the mark. They hear it and think their efforts don't cut it, so they stop trying as hard. Take Jack, 78, from Michigan. His grandkids would chatter about their lives, school, apps, music. He'd listen, but one day he sighed. No one understands me anymore. It was a throwaway line, but their visits got quieter after that. They didn't want him to feel more out of touch, so they pulled back. Jack didn't mean to close them off, he just didn't see the ripple. Flip it with curiosity. What's that like? Or, tell me more. You don't need to keep up with everything. Just show you're still in the circle. If this hits home, comment number 2 below. I'd love to know you're here. Number 3. I've got nothing left to give. I've got nothing left to give can feel true after a lifetime of effort. It's a weary shrug, a way to step back. But when you say it often, it tells others you're done, that your wisdom, your warmth, your presence are off the table. They stop leaning on you, not because they don't value you, but because they think you've opted out. Think of Tom, 80, a retired carpenter. He'd dodge family invites, saying, "I've got nothing left to give." Soon, they stopped asking, not because he wasn't missed, but because they took his words at face value. Tom didn't realize how much his quiet company still meant. You've got plenty left. Your stories, your humor, your steady presence. Try. I'm still here, even if I'm not as quick. It's not about doing it all. It's about staying in play. Number 4. I don't want to be a burden. I don't want to be a burden sounds thoughtful, even generous, But beneath that kindness, it's a phrase that shrinks your space in people's lives. You might turn down help, a ride, a meal, a chat, thinking you're sparing them. But over time, they stop offering, assuming you'd rather be left alone. Martha, 85, used to say this when friends offered help. "I don't want to be a burden," she'd insist until the offers dried up. She thought she was being considerate, but they felt pushed away. Soon, she wondered why her doorstep stayed quiet. Accepting help isn't selfish, it's a bridge. Next time, say, "Thanks, I'd love that." It keeps the connection alive. Drop number 4 in the comments if this resonates. Number 5. It's too late for me. It's too late for me feels final, like the clock's run out. But it's not a fact. It's a mindset that locks you out of what is still possible. Age doesn't erase your shot at joy or growth. This phrase does. Ruth, 77, loved gardening but quit when her knees faltered. A neighbor suggested pots she could manage, but she waved it off. It's too late for me. She didn't see how that small choice kept her from something she'd enjoy. It's not about time, it's about opening the door. Ask, what could I try? A call, a hobby, anything counts. Number 6. No one needs me anymore. No one needs me anymore stings because it feels like you've faded from view. After years of being the go-to person, it's easy to think your purpose has expired. But it hasn't. It's just shifted. You're needed in softer, subtler ways now. A listening ear, a shared laugh, a piece of advice. Ed, 81, a former mechanic, felt this hard. He'd grumble, "No one needs me anymore," until a neighbor asked him to fix a lawnmower. He jumped at it, and suddenly he saw it. His skills still mattered. You don't need a big role to make a dent. Reach out, someone's waiting. Comment number 6, if you're feeling this. Number 7. It's too late for me. Revisited. We'd be back here because it's too late for me is a stubborn one. It sneaks in and shuts everything down. It's not about time running out, it's fear dressed up as reality. But the twist? Some of life's richest moments bloom late. Clara started painting at 83, not for fame, but for herself. Her family cherished those little artworks, not because they were perfect, but because they showed her spirit. It's not too late to smile, mend a rift, or chase a spark. Ask, what's one step I could take? You might surprise yourself. Number 8. Things were better. Back then. Things were better back then slips out when nostalgia hits hard, and it's understandable. The past often feels simpler, warmer. But when you say this a lot, it can sound like you're dismissing the present and the people living in it. It's not just reminiscing. It's a subtle wall that says, now doesn't measure up, leaving others feeling disconnected. Take George, 76. He'd tell his kids, things were better back then, whenever they talked about today's world. They'd nod, but over time, they shared less. They didn't want to compete with his memories. George didn't mean to tune them out, he just didn't hear how it landed. Balance it instead. I loved those days, but I'm curious. What do you like about now? It keeps you linked, past to present. Number 9. I'm too old for that. I'm too old for that feels like a practical excuse. New tech, a hobby, even a night out. But it has more than a no. It is a signal you are stepping back from life. People hear it and stop inviting you, not because they agree, but because they think you've drawn a line. Lillian, 79, said this when her niece offered to teach her video calls. I'm too old for that, she laughed. Her niece stopped asking, and Lillian missed out on seeing her great-nephews grow. She didn't mean to close that door, it just happened. Try, I'll give it a shot, or show me how. You don't have to master it, just stay open. Small tries keep you in the game. Number 10. Why bother? Why bother? Might feel like a shrug at effort, but it's heavier than that. It's giving up out loud. It tells others you've stopped caring, And over time, they might stop nudging you to join in. It's not laziness, it's a quiet surrender that dims your light. Frank, 84, said this when his son suggested a walk. "Why bother?" he'd mutter. Soon, the suggestions faded, not because his son gave up, but because Frank's words did. Yet one day, he said yes, and that short stroll lifted him more than he expected. Swap it with, "Let's see what happens." It's not a promise, just a crack in the door. You're worth the bother, and so are they.